So welcome back to my channel. This is Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis, and today I thought I would show you this beautiful book. This book was very kindly sent to me by the Belba family, so I just want to say thank you so much to the Belba family for sending me this book. This is the latest book from the Mystery Mosaics series, and this is based on Ariane's vintage collection. I think they said this was about book 12 in the series, so you'll have to excuse the lighting, by the way, because I've had to shut the curtains a bit because the light was really blaring through, and I thought to be able to see this book without too much glare on it, I best shut the curtains. So we open the page up, and on the first page you get the "This book belongs to." Before I actually go into the book as well, quickly go to the back. You have your colour palette in the book like every other of the Belba family colouring books. It has a 22 colour palette, and it also gives you some ideas of different pictures that are throughout the book. I have already done that one. I'll show you the ones that I've done. So, and this book also, it retails for about £5.99 on Amazon. So on the first page it tells you a bit about the book. It says this is a 12 book from Mysterious Mosaic series. By creating this book we were inspired by one French girl from Belgium. Her name is Ariane. Sorry. And then it tells you a little bit about the book inside. I'm not gonna read all that out to you guys, because you can see the majority of it. But at the bottom of the page it tells you some other books that they do in their series, like Mystery Mosaics Passion, Mystery Mosaics Dogs, Mystery Mosaics Woman, Square Mandalas, Mystery Mosaics Gallery, Mystery Mosaics Wildcats, Square Mandalas Animals in Patterns, and obviously more there. So, and then you turn over the page. The pages are one-sided because you get like a fancy kind of a vintagey pattern on the left hand side, and here on the right hand side you get your colour palette, so you can try your different mediums on here on the different numbers just to see what suits it the best. Because I know with these, with this one, number 3 used to be beige, but they changed it to skin tone. I did make a mistake before in one of my other books I was recently doing. I did one in peach, then when I got to 3 I got my skin tone colour out, started colouring in it, and realised I was using the one that I used for the peach, so I did have to change that. You can cut out these pages. I'll probably leave it in the front of the book, because when you turn over, this is the page I've done, like your other books, you get your colour palette at the bottom. Now you get the colour palette throughout the whole of the book, so not all of these colours are actually in that picture, so just bear that in mind. But I've actually found a new way of being able to colour these. So this is one that I did recently, and I used the cross stitch method for this. Basically what I did was I started from the top corner there, had a look what number that was, and I think it was 15, so I did all the 15s in crosses. Then I had a look what the next visible number I could do, and then I did all them, and I did it that way. And I just find it's a lot easier doing it like that. To do this one, I do apologise if it's gone a bit blurry. It's because of the crosses and it going into focus. However, what I did with these is I did use normal felt tip pens to do the crosses in these, and I found a lot that they worked a lot better than fine liners. They seemed more thicker, that you could see the picture more. So yeah, I did that one. I really did enjoy that. Now the next one I did is I used normal felt tip pens again, but with this one how I did the other one in crosses, I actually did this one in the dot method. And what I mean by the dot method is, if I zoom you in, you can see each square I just circled a dot in and did it that way, and I found that the picture turned out really nice like that. And again, you had the colour code at the bottom, but obviously not all of those colours was in that picture. So it's really nice how it works out. I started another one here, and I've started this one in the cross stitch method. And what the pens I've been using for this one is, I know I did say that normal pens were better than fine liners. I just wanted to try my Ohuhu markers with this one, and I wanted to try the fine liners in that. So this is one that I've started, and we'll carry on with this in a second. So the rest of the book is pretty much like that. You get your squares. I do apologise if it goes out of focus anytime. If I zoom you in, you get your numbered squares. So say here you have number 9, you do all the number 9 in pink. Now you can do whatever colouring method that you want to do. Ask around. I've actually done different kinds of methods in these books. I've done cross stitch method for the crosses, I've done dot method, I've done normal block method, I've done cross stitch and block method together, which is really nice because it really helps to make the actual certain parts of the picture stand out. I've done initial method, and what I mean by that is, instead of putting crosses in the squares or dots, I've drawn an S for like Shelley, and I've done that in there. It was different, guaranteed it wasn't my favourite way to do it, but I tried it, it was different and I loved it. Another method that I've done is, it's been like a normal cross stitch method, but instead of using markers or fine liners, I've actually used glitter gel pen for the picture, and I've done the background in glitter gel pen in crosses, and then I did the main picture in block method in coloured pen. And you may have seen in my previous finished pages how brilliant, how great that actually turned out. So it is definitely worth experimenting that way. That's what I mean about these books. You can experiment different ways to colour the pictures. Some of the pictures you can actually make out a little bit of what they are. I'm not going to do a detailed flip through because it is kind of hard to see what the pictures actually do look like, and that's why I thought we'd do at least just about 10 minutes, a bit of a colouring chat. So you have the rest of the pages in the book. Now you roughly get, now this is on page 66, but I don't think you get that many. You roughly get about 30 past 30 pages in the book. At the back of the book it gives you a page on the right hand side saying, "We are Belba family. Thank you for your choice. All books are made with love for people and nature," which I can definitely vouch for that, because I know the Belba family definitely do put the heart and soul in every book that they do create. And it says, "We appreciate your feedback with a small review of the book on Amazon, Facebook or Instagram." So you can leave your feedback on Amazon for their books, with like most colouring books that you can do, which I do make I try and make a point of doing it, which I have been doing. They're on Facebook and Instagram. You can also follow the Belba family on Instagram, which is #BelbaFamily, and you can hashtag your finished pictures on their page, and they actually show your finished pictures on the page, which I think is really nice to do. I've seen some absolutely gorgeous pictures that people have created, and at the bottom it tells you how you can follow them on Facebook and also Instagram there. And then At the very back of the book you get 2 blank sheets, which I think is really handy for testing out colours. You've got your colour test page at the beginning of the book, but I found the back of the book's just as good to try and test out your colours as well. So we're going to carry on with this picture for 10 minutes, a bit of a colouring chat. Now I've got this paper in, I'll tell you why I've got that and why I've got numbers on it. So basically I've got my markers there. So the reason why I've got numbers on these books, if I zoom you in a minute, the reason why I've got numbers on these, ignore those ones because those are from the last book. Here, going to focus, I've got 14 equals 92. Now the reason why I've done that is because my Ohuhu markers have got numbers on them. So a light blue that I've needed for like number 14 down here, I chose to do that in 92 of my markers, and that's why I put 14 equals 92. And the reason why I did that is because when I go back and check the squares, if I've missed one out and think, oh gosh, I've got loads of shades of like that blue in the pack, which one did I use? I can look on here and I can be like, right, what colour did I use for 14? Oh, I used 92. So it's just a good way of doing it. The only problem with that is if your pens don't have numbers on, it's a little bit difficult to do that. So I think the sun's going out a little bit now, so we can open the curtain a bit. So yeah, we're going to carry on. And the number we're going to carry on with, I would do number 2, but the problem with that, it's yellow, and I honestly don't think you're going to be able to see that. So if I zoomed you out, zoom you out there. So we're going to go with, we've got number 3, which is skin tone. So I have actually got some number 15s up here. So we're going to go with number 15, and that is blue. Now as you can see here, I have got quite a few shades of blue. So I think I'm going to go with this one because it doesn't say light blue and doesn't say dark blue. So this is number 88. So I'm not going to do too much of a colouring chat on here, obviously, because it's squares. I don't want you to get a little bit bored seeing me just draw square crosses. Not to mention, it does take not a long time, but it takes a little while. So if I zoom you in a bit, I really do apologise about the focus. It's the only problem with the book, it does actually go out of focus quite a lot. If it won't go back into focus, we will, however, have to just go by that. Let me just get you out of focus. So yeah, I think, to be honest, that is as good as we're gonna get. So if I zoom you back in a little bit, just a touch. It's gone into focus there, but then when I move my hand it goes back out. So yeah, we're just going to do it this way. We're going to do it the best we can. So before I do that though, I'm going to write on this paper 1588, so at least then if I do miss a number 15 anytime, I know which pen that I used. So I'm just looking for the 15s now. I shall do the lighter colours after. I just thought with them being like a yellow and a very light colour, it will be difficult for you guys to see. So I wanted you to see me make a little bit of progress. And the light will probably shine back through in a minute because I've opened the windows again. Well, not opened the windows, I've opened the curtains. It's a problem with here. I'd love to open the windows, but the only problem with that is, for one, the cat, because the cat likes to go on the window ledge. So I'd probably end up with a cat either on the window ledge outside, or worse, a cat falling off a window ledge. Or because my children, they come upstairs sometimes to have a little play and to go on the pads, I don't trust them, you know, my son's window was open once because I wanted him to get a bit of fresh air. And thank God that obviously they didn't try and jump out the window or climb on the window ledge. When I went to go and take the trash out the front, I noticed a lot of coloured pencils and pens on the grass outside, and I thought, what the hell is this? What my children had been doing is they'd got the markers and the pencils and they'd been throwing them out the front window, and I thought, yeah, this is too dangerous, because not to mention it's not very nice chucking your pens or pencils out the window, especially for anyone if they're walking past. But not to mention if them had got closer to the window, they must have been fairly, sorry about that, they must have been fairly close to get the pens and pencils out. So yeah, I wasn't taking any chances. I want to see if there's a way that I can open the window just a crack but put it on a lock, because I think you can do that with windows. You can open just a little bit but lock it so it won't open any further and they can't shut it themselves, because we need to do something, because this house can be quite stuffy in the summer, and because we don't have aircon it can be horrible. So I'm just doing a number 15. You won't get my head in camera, by the way, I've got my head back, but you might get my head shaking the camera a bit because I'm trying to be a bit close, but then my ear keeps knocking the camera. Oh dear. So how is everybody? I hope you're all doing well. I don't think it's been that long since I spoke to all of you last. I think it was just a few days ago when I did my last colouring chat. I'm alright, I'm not too bad. Did I tell you that I took my daughter into town? And we had some, well, nothing spectacular for you guys, but it was exciting for us. We went into town, we sat outside Costa, had a bit of lunch. Obviously we did all the health and safety. I had my mask on, we sanitised our hands. We nipped into a chocolate shop that I've noticed that's in my town, and it's like a luxury chocolate shop, but it is a very, very small shop, and I've never been in before, so I thought I've walked past it a couple of times, and I've always wondered, because I love my chocolate as well, so I went in the other day and I thought I'm just going to get a little something, and it's really, really nice. It's obviously more expensive than your normal chocolate, but it wasn't extortionate prices like some can be. So that wasn't too bad. So we went in there, then we had a walk on the seafront and we sat on the beach for a bit on the sea edge because I live by the seaside, so the seaside is literally, well, the seafront is a bus ride away, so it's not that far at all. To be technically, it's even a walk away, but a long walk. A long walk which my legs don't let me do anymore. Or my back. So, yeah, it is really nice. So we sat on the beach for a bit, right on the sea edge, dipped our feet in the water. It was lovely. It was really nice. Because I took my daughter out because I've got a little boy as well. Because since the lockdown, they've really, all they've had to play with is each other. So obviously it's not like they've been able, I keep shaking the camera, it's not like they've been able to go out and play with loads of other children because of the health and safety. And I think that's all the number 15's done. Yeah, because of the health and safety. So all they've had is each other to play with. So every now and again what I've done is I've taken them out. I have. Each one, so they get their own personal special time with mommy and a bit of separate time apart. so they're not under each other's feet 24/7. So the next colour that I need to get out is I want to get out something for her dress. So I think I'm going to get out no, because we're up to 20 minutes and you know guys, I can't really go further longer than that. We're going to do number 16, which is just for a cap there, and that is a dark blue. That is easy. I'm not even going to write the numbers down for that because that is an easy one. Just chuck that in there, and then we'll do a hat. Gosh, I'm sorry about the lighting. It's gone funny now, hasn't it? So yeah, it's probably a good job that we are nearly done now. Yeah. Come on, camera. So there we go. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do a hat, and then we're going to leave it there for today because obviously the lighting. Not to mention with small squares I like to get really close up, and this is kind of close but it's just not close enough for me to be able to see. So I will do I'm not sure, shall I do a second part to this? I'm not sure whether to do a second part. Yeah, why not? I'll do a second part to the video anyway, guys. So I think that is all that we have of number 16. It was just a cap, I'm sure. No, tell a lie, we've got some on a dress. We've got some on a dress, but we are up to 21 minutes. So I'm actually going to leave it there. But I'll zoom you back out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 16 equals 91. So I know now that when I go back to number 16 marker, well, when I go back to number 16 filling in that, I know that I'm using shade 91. So yeah, at least then I can put the pens away then. So guys, that is where I'm actually going to leave it for now. I know it's not much of a colouring chat, but I just wanted to show you the book mainly for what it was. So yeah, that's the one I'm working on. I will do a second part to it. So guys, that is Mystery Mosaics, Ariane's vintage collection. This book, I absolutely love this book, like all of their other Mystery Mosaics books. Absolutely love, and I just have to get all of them now. Yeah, I just want all of them because I love these kind of books. Not to mention I love the whole cross-stitch way of colouring and the dot method. Like I said, with this book you can experiment with different kinds of methods, going like from the cross-stitch, the block method, a combination of both, dot method, initial method. You could even do a lines method if you wanted to, like lines in the crosses. I might actually try that because even I haven't tried the line method yet. So yeah, you could do that even. The lines method, I'd probably say to use fine liners to do that. You like the stuff that you can use are endless. You can use fine liners, felt tip pens. I wouldn't probably say pencils because they might not show up so well. You can use gel pens. I don't know about alcohol markers. Now I would say alcohol markers you wouldn't be able to colour the squares because it would just bleed straight through. But with the dot method you might be able to get away with that, because instead of like doing a circle you could just do a dot, and because the ink spreads out a little, that'll give you the circle, if you're understanding what I mean. Just do a dot and it spread out just a little bit. So you could try that if you wanted to. Like I said, the things that you could try are endless. So guys, I'm going to get going now. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you've enjoyed having a look at this new book that the Belba family have brought out. Please feel free to follow the Belba family on Facebook and Instagram, and also share your pictures with them and the rest of the people. And as well, leave a review for them on Amazon. They're always greatly appreciated, and as I said, they put always 110% in their books. I will leave a link to this book in the descriptions below. However, I just want to put a disclaimer, it's not an Amazon affiliate link. I don't get any kickback for any books or marks or wherever that I put on the descriptions. I always just put it there for you guys so it's easier for you to find. Anyway, I'm gonna get going so I don't prattle on anymore. I'm gonna get the kids' lunches ready and I need to go to the post office. So guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please feel free to press that subscribe button and the notifications so you'll be notified when I bring the next video out. And thank you to subscribers and everyone that comes to watch the videos. So I'm going to get going and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye for now guys. Bye.